I'm SJ, and this is a collective reading about the person you've been thinking about, the person that's on your mind. So let's see what's going on with your person. What's going on with your person? What's going on with your person? Shadow. How does your person feel about you? The Shaman. They feel you're very powerful because you've unlocked something in them that they've repressed, that they haven't wanted to see. And you came into their life and it could have been then that you left their life, that all of us, it's almost like you came in like a wrecking ball. It was like you came in, you went out, and they were left with this medicine. You gave them medicine. You could have even given them a taste of their own medicine. Something's telling me that you are not in contact with this person, or the connection between you is not being engaged. You may still see this person, but the connection isn't, it's there, but it's not being engaged by either one of you together. Because, and now they're dealing with something in their life that they have not wanted to see. And now it's like you've set them on this path, this diamond here in this card. Diamonds are created under pressure, immense weight and pressure in the earth, in the darkness. And that's where they're at now. They're on this journey that I don't think they wanted to be on. And they just can't help now but be on it. What's going on in their shadow? What are they seeing? Ace of Cups. They love you. And it's their shadow because they shouldn't love you. They shouldn't. Everything is telling them in their life that to love you is wrong. You could be different religions, race, age gap, even a same-sex situation, or they could be in a marriage or a relationship themselves. Maybe you are, but something's forbidden here. Something like they just should not have the feelings they have for you. The Star reversed. Yeah, it's like they have a dream, or they've always had a dream about a life or a partner, and they shouldn't have this dream. And I believe that the path that they've gone down in their life has probably, maybe they're seeing that it's done more damage than good for them. It's like you can see the string the girl is holding. It's like in reverse, this person is trying to unravel how they got here in their life, how they haven't done what they wanted to do. I feel like this person is living by a lot of other people's expectations. Three of Cups in reverse. So there definitely could be a third party. It's like they're surrounded by people that they don't feel connected to. But there's someone they do feel connected to, and I believe it's you. So what more do they feel about you? Let's get more on the Shaman card. Six of Swords. Yeah, you came in and then you left. Like I said, you were like a wrecking ball for them. Okay, I see this a couple ways. I think you left because there was too much turmoil, drama. You walked away from this situation with this person because it was just too messy. And you've left them in it. They're still in the mess, but you're moving on. You've moved on. And because you said, I'm not going to be a part of this. This is too messy. It's too much drama. Like, this isn't good for me. It showed them that you're right. This is messy. This is drama. This isn't good for me either. They see you leaving as a very powerful message. Just that you did that you left. You walked away from something. For them, it took a lot of courage for you to walk away. They see that and a confidence, like an inner knowing of what your path is and where you're supposed to be in life. And they see them seeing that in you is reflecting back to them that that's not what they've done. They haven't lived their life like that. They're too afraid to walk away. What else about the Shaman card? Eight of Wands. This connection between you could have happened very quickly, like a lot of sparks, an immediate connection. You could have left just as quickly. Maybe once you realized what they were in, you walked away with a lot of integrity, I see. Like you were protecting your own integrity, especially if they were in a third party. I don't think you wanted to be a part of that. Even though you have a connection with this person, you didn't want to be a part of that. They want to talk to you. This could also be, this may not even be about a person you have a romantic connection with. This could be about a friend group, coworkers, where you left a situation in that group that wasn't good for you. And you kind of left them sitting in their own crap and of how they treated you. It's like they're still left with themselves, but they used you as kind of the trash bin. You know, they dumped all their shadow stuff on you, blamed you maybe, and when you walked away, you really left a hole where they realized you were actually a great person, or they liked your energy, and they pushed you away. They didn't appreciate you, and they're seeing that about themselves, that they were very selfish, very insecure. and they see you as very strong, that you're very connected and in tune to yourself and into um, like your connection with a higher source, that you've done the work, that you're smart enough to know when to remove yourself from a situation. So whether it's a person you're romantically connected with or a group of people, maybe all of the above, they want to talk to you. I think you left too. I think there was just a lot going on in this situation, more than maybe one specific thing. It was like a lot was coming at you, and the best thing for you was to get out of the situation before it took you down into your own shadow stuff. You kind of transmuted the situation by removing yourself. You transmuted it because they were trying to put it on you, and then you kind of handed them back the bag and said, "This isn't mine, this is yours." And I think you had to act quickly, make a decision quickly. The moon. I think that you have a lot of feelings about this yourself. No matter how much they perceive you as being very strong, I feel that this didn't come without a cost to you to walk away. I think that this has weighed heavily on you. I think you're maybe a little confused as to what happened. Okay, what else? Oops. What else about... How do these people see you right now? How do these people see you right now? Or this person? 6 of Cups. Will they miss you? Or this person misses you? You definitely... To lose you was a loss. It wasn't just that they lost your presence, but they lost a connection, a deep connection, someone that they cared about. Let's see what else is going on with these people now in their shadow. The Fool in reverse, 2 of Cups, and the Hanged Man in reverse. It's like they want a do-over. But what's done is done. They're stuck in this. This 2 of Cups. They have a lot of love for you. Still. What's their intention moving forward? You definitely had a very strong connection with these people, and they felt it too. But they're just stuck in this mess right now. Like, you got out. You got out of a messy situation. King of Cups. Knight of Wands. If this is a romantic connection, this person's very passionate about you. They think you're very attractive. They would love to have a night with you. You know, this person just has such strong feelings for you. So even though they're really bogged down in a messy situation, it's a heavy one. They're just stuck where they're at. They can't figure out how to get out of this now. They have so much love for you. I think that they worry about you and you like I think they sense that even though you're strong, you left to protect yourself. They are worried about you and your own emotional well-being right now. They may be tuning into you that you are struggling with having walked away too. They're maybe confused as well about all the reasons why you may not have communicated why you left because you may have left very quickly. Let's get an animal card for the shadow and what these people are, or this person is going through. Lizard. They're just in a situation that they've adapted to this situation. It's hot and cold. You know, it's almost like they're used to it. They figured out how to exist in a situation that they're not happy in, especially without you. They're adapting to you not being there, but they think about you. They wish you were there. It's like without you, the situation just isn't fun. It doesn't feel exciting. You really brought a lot of passion to the connection or to this environment. A lot of ideas, a lot of creativity. And I think you just felt like you weren't appreciated. And now they feel like they didn't appreciate you because you've left such a hole in the situation or in the environment. Like it's boring. Nobody can think like you or communicate like you or just have the enthusiasm like you did. Like you really held a space that they didn't realize you held until you were gone. Fox. I mean, I feel like this really goes with the shaman. The fox, is a trickster energy, and you kind of did that. You kind of did a spell here, like a disappearing act, but not to be manipulative, but it kind of did manipulate the situation. It forced them to see what role they played in all of this. They just can't blame you. Like you're actually pretty sly about the whole thing. They're kind of impressed, but at the same time, I think they thought you would just put up with it. You would just, if you would have stayed longer, it would have gotten even more messy for you where you couldn't get out clean. I think you got out clean. You got out before it got really bad for you. And I don't think that's necessarily your style to do that, but you had to do what you had to do, and they may perceive that as like irresponsible or not fair. But at the same time, it left such an impact that they also see that in some ways it was strategic. It looks strategic, so it can look like you purposely manipulated it to turn it on them, and in a way you did, because you're very aware of yourself. You were very aware. You were tracking what was going on, and so you made a very conscious decision to walk away at at that time. That the timing was part of that decision. And in a way, like, they're mad at you because you left them like that. But they also can't blame you, and they miss you. You really just left this person or these people in just such a mess within themselves. You really forced them to see what they did to you and what they're dealing with in their own life. And here's the thinker. Like, they're really in their head about this. They think about it. They can't not think about it. They can't not see the whole, just the emptiness, the lack of enthusiasm for moving forward, just the stuckness. They can't help but see it. So it's on their mind. It's like they want to be angry at you, but the way you left, they can't. They have to be angry at themselves. So then they're angry about that, you know. They're frustrated. They miss you. They think about you, a leg up. They feel like you did a lot for maybe the team, the friend group, the connection, the relationship, the friendship. They didn't appreciate what you did for them and how you contributed to the space. And there could be somebody here who feels like they were giving you a leg up and you left. You like left them high and dry. But, and that's true. You may even agree with that, except that they forced you to leave with they were manipulating you. They didn't put you in a good position. It's like take from you, and you needed to put up with it because they were giving you an opportunity to be a part of something, or they feel like you owed it to them to put up with their crap, and you didn't. So they feel like you didn't appreciate what they were giving for you. But the way you left, and this is why you left the way you left, this is why you left at the time you left, because it was strategic, because it was to send a message. You sent a message to this person by leaving. Because I think they felt like they were giving you so much, or you were so lucky to be a part of this situation, and it was getting messy. It would have continued. You would have gotten in deeper and deeper, and the opportunity to teach a lesson would have been gone. And it just wasn't a fair situation that they put you in. So they are frustrated. They feel like you didn't appreciate what they were giving for you, but because of the way you left, they can't help but see how they contributed to why you left. So they can be frustrated, but it only holds so much weight at the end of the day. And they're thinking about that. They know that. Like, they know they took advantage of you. Breathe. And there's something about you, they really see you as wise, as really taking care of yourself and getting yourself in a good place. And they are not in a good place. They're dealing with a situation they don't want to be in without you. They're seeing themselves and how they treated you. And they just perceive you as, taking care of yourself and going into a life that's good for you. So I think there's some jealousy here. They think you're very beautiful. That could also be why they're jealous. But they're jealous too because, they're not in a good place and they perceive you as being in a good place. And I do think you struggle a little bit. I'm not sure you've put this situation down, that you've healed it yourself completely. But you're working on it and you're moving on. You're moving on. You're making peace with the fact that, like, you had to do what you had to do. Even though you felt the connection too, you had to do what you had to do. You had to save yourself. Because these people weren't going to do it. They were going to throw you under the bus or put you in a compromised situation that wouldn't have looked good on you in the end. So you had to do what you had to do to preserve your integrity. I think you've done a lot of work in your life. I think you've experienced a lot of maybe turmoil, a lot of maybe drama. I think you've learned a lot of lessons in your life and you just don't want to go back there. You don't need to learn those lessons again. That's why you left. You weren't going to fight people or again, it's like swimming upstream, it was a futile situation for you. You saw it. I think you saw it coming from a mile away. And it was like coming at you like a freight train. The drama, the mess that you were getting pulled into, and you had to work your magic, and you did. You saw a window of opportunity and you got out, and you didn't look back. You were gone. I think you left really quickly. You could have just blocked this person or these people. You could have just quit, that day. No 2-week notice. You could have just moved out. And they're left holding the bag. I mean, they can't even come at you because the way you left it's in their hands. They want to be mad at you, but they can't even come at you. This is a powerful reading, and I think you're just going to continue to move on and take care of yourself. I think that's what you're doing right now, is you're taking care of yourself and maybe staying open to new people that'll come into your life that will have your back, and that will be good for you. You're leaving people behind or situation or connection behind that it just wasn't a good situation, and these people need to have a coming to Jesus moment with themselves. So I hope this helps, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.